Well, never thought I'd be doing a video like this. Not after how tragic YouTube was a while ago. Well, nothing left to do but actually get on with it, so... I want to start off by saying that, in my opinion, there is no type of game that can be better than an indie game. If you don't know what an indie game is, then you are really missing out on some very fun stuff, people. Indie games are technically, or literally, a game developed by an independent individual, or even an independent studio, not stuff like EA. So imagine my surprise when I learn of a little group of people I think, called Toppins Pizza, who is okay, I have my notes right. I had never heard about this guy, goddamn, until one of my friends brought up this new game that had came out. Literally being obsessed with it to the point that he would find memes of the game, videos to show us, and even like comics. Like there was a lot of it. Music, story, and how the game plays is what matters most when it comes to a game, for me, in my opinion. If the music isn't investing, then the gameplay just isn't as fun. If the story isn't drool-inducing or eye-drawing, then it's not worth the wait of playing. If the gameplay isn't good, then the game could be rage-inducing, and no one likes rage, unless you do, which I will not complain if you do. But you could even be more evil and say that a platformer game needs all these to work or it will fall. Well, let me introduce you to a game that has taken the world by storm, becoming increasingly popular due to its goofy art style, its absolutely banging music, and the incredibly fast-paced gameplay. May I, Inari Voitsune, introduce you to the hit indie game that is Pizza Tower. Oh my word, Pizza Tower. It's like no other game you can find out there. Well, probably there is some, but yeah. Imagine taking the fast-paced speeding of Sonic, meme-like attacks near enough Wario Land, and the amazing music like so many games out there. Well, that's actually near what Pizza Tower is, having been inspired by Wario Land itself apparently, or so I'm told. I'd say that when I first saw this game, I only liked it for the memes, especially ones about the noise. Funny as hell. But as I started to see more and more of it, I watched gameplay, I listened to the music, I figured out the story, even if it's short and simple, and I fell in love. I can't kid you that this game is just a perfect mix of all stories. I have to talk about the music first. It's what I love most in games, is some of the most hard-hitting music can push you through hard and sweat-inducing battles. When I tell you that music has got to be just as amazing as gameplay, I mean it. If it's not as good, then only the gameplay is pushing you to play. Can you really enjoy the gameplay if you're not at home on your computer? No, of course not. Well, probably with a Nintendo Switch nowadays, but you get my point. So what can you do to remember this game and enjoy it? Well, you download the music if it's available. Or downloadable. Wait, that's the same things. Shit. A lot of people agree with me on this as well, saying that the Pizza Tower music should not be going as hard as it is. It is quite literally amazing and could carry me to heaven if it could. Hell, not only that, a whole string of memes have come up based upon the idea of enjoying these songs, saying, testing the friend who listens to anything, and turns out, I just might be that kind of person. If you want to know the music, or try understanding the music's appeal, then I recommend some of these songs from Pizza Tower. First of all, it's Pizza Time. Second, we have Lap 2, The Death That I Ravioli. And we have Unexpected Speed 1 through 3, the final boss theme. All these are great examples of the amazing music that Pizza Tower offers you. I really love it. And for a fun fact, by now the most need one is It's Pizza Time. But if you couldn't tell, it's a hit on Pizza Time from Spider-Man, I believe. Don't know that? Then you don't know the cult classics, and trust me, people love Pizza Time. I might also say that some of it seems like it's taking inspiration from fairly old genres of music, like the 80s or 90s, but that's an uncertainty. But either way, it's amazing. The humor is nearly the main drive of the whole game. It's wacky and stupid, and that's what makes it perfect. Lots of people nowadays don't care for games that take themselves seriously. They love and eat up games that are funny and stupid. Take Destiny for this matter. It's fun and serious, but at the same time it allows you to screw about, having these elaborate scenes where it's just pure funny. Pizza Tower takes it to a whole other level. Crazy taunts, kooky animations, strange art styles, unrealistically took bodily proportions. Hell, not only that, but it takes some amazing things from different games, even references. You've got FNAF in there, golf. Yes, golf. And that might be it? I don't know. But another thing that takes the humor to a whole nother level is the boss. It takes you away from the setup themes of the levels, running through those, destroying a pillar, and then running for your life twice, if you feel lucky. The boss battles are set on a small stage where you and the boss had to duke it out to see who wins. Even the introduction art is crazy, seeing Peppino in this JoJo-like art style and his enemy just, well, kinda the same way. Hell, take a look at how Noise and Pizza Face look. They have no right to look that realistic and be in a JoJo art style. Speaking of this, let me tell you why the boss fights just take the piece of pizza. Peppermint is the next. Peppermint is... well, he's Peppermint. I don't know what to really say about him since he's the first and doesn't have much human stuff. If you think he does, then feel free to tell me what you want. The same can be taken for, I guess, the vigilante. The Noise, however, is the one that can take it all. And, oh god, so many people love him. He's the personification of old cartoon logic, as my friend put it. Using these crazy mechanics to try killing you. Hell, his introduction before Peppino screams, his Noise just mocking Peppino's angry face. Quite fucking literally. During the fight, he seems to make these strange noises, which is likely why it's called Noise and why people love him. Not many, just lying. Also, fun fact, apparently, according to my friend who is obsessed with Pizza Tower, he seems to have been took as inspiration from the Noid from the, I think, Domino's or Pizza Hut commercial. So, fun fact! During the fight, he throws bombs that look almost like him from a hot air balloon. He rides around on a bicycle or skateboard trying to hit you. Hell, his animation for him being vulnerable is him shaking his behind it. He's literally mocking you this whole fight with cartoon logic. My fucking god! However, the middle of the fight is when he starts taking pizza again. Pino and Noise start duking it out, Tom and Jerry style. Now that I think about it, these two literally are like Tom and Jerry. The way Pino screams kind of resembles it, and the way Noise just bites you and it seems like it's Jerry mocking and hurting Tom. Stepping back, they start fighting and both scream as a massive balloon of Noise that has just been sat in the background this whole time and flying in, taking up the whole screen before he gets back to the fight. By the end, you've beaten him all so seamless. You looked at a flippin' Gatling gun, which is actually a meat grinder. Before, Noisette, who I believe might be his wife, I'm not sure, comes in, dragging him away as he screams before disappearing off stage. We do see him later, enjoying himself running on the top of a washing machine and at the end of the game, where Pizza Face makes you fight all the bosses again. Speaking of Pizza Face, I won't get into it, since it's self-explanatory. It's the final boss fight. It's gonna be wild, and I recommend you play the game or watch someone play it to experience this boss fight. But finally, the memes. To say Pizza Tower took the world by storm is just a massive understatement. It's still doing it to this day, where people are constantly making memes of Peppino and Noise, making, I believe, it's the death metal of some of the OSTs, and even making these comics, which I find funny as hell. People have just been eating this game up, and it's becoming a highly loved game, and that's what matters. Not only does it show how good this game is, it shows how people have just been enjoying the hell out of it. Hell, at first I only heard the music from it, and saw some of them having special guests like Peter Griffin or Sonic. This game just pulls you in no matter what. Hell, the memes might not even stop for ages, and that's why I think that Pizza Tower is a majestic cheese and pepperoni topped masterpiece. I thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next time, where I commentate on Bugsnax.
Pizza Tower, like, as a game, it's probably my favorite game. Like, I really like how Peppino moves, the graphics look really cool, I love the music, I love the characters. The challenge is you, like, trying to perfect, like, the controls and stuff. They're really hard to, like, get used to the first time, but when you get used to it, feels so good to, like, use Peppino to, like, dash, jump, even, like, kill enemies. The bosses are also really challenging too. Like, my favorite boss is probably, like, fake Peppino. Like, he gave me a lot of trouble because, like, it's basically like you, like, using, like, your own attacks, like, against you. And then there's, like, the final phase where he basically chases after you in, like, this ungodly, monstrous form. And I think, like, the real challenge of the game is probably, like, P-ranking all the levels. Like, it is not easy at all. Like, I think I was only able to, like, P-rank Pete's Escape and John Gutter. Like, I'm not very good at this game, but, like,